I got something else I want to talk about though. Uh, Maxx Crosby. So this is the other thing in Diana Rossini's article. She says that she's hearing that there's been a falling out between the Raiders and Maxx Crosby. Can I just say that I posted a video on this YouTube channel, on Twitter, on all the socials before the Niners Week 18 game, like that there has been a falling out between Maxx Crosby and the Raiders. When I say it, people are like, "Who is this guy?" Can I just be admitted to gossip world now that I clearly have sources and I say the stuff that Diana Rossini says a month before she says it? Yeah, there's been a falling out between Maxx Crosby and the Raiders. Yeah, it's about the fact that they shut him down and he wanted to play. He wanted to play, and Tom Brady didn't want him to play. And so I think Maxx Crosby's point was like, dude, I'm a Raider. You're not. You've been here for like a year. You're never around the team. I'm just guessing. You're, doing this, doing that on TV, uh, partying with celebrities during the season. I mean, he was in St. Bart's with Leonardo DiCaprio on New Year's Eve, and Maxx Crosby's trying to play football for the Raiders, and Brady won't let him, allegedly. That's the nature of the beef. Like, and so two headstrong guys, neither guy's going to apologize. From what I understand, that seems like it's over. And from what I hear, Crosby's certainly open to playing for the 49ers. He has Bay Area ties. He wants to win. But there's other teams that are probably going to want him. Detroit, Dallas. Wouldn't be surprised if the Rams wanted him. I don't know that the Niners are going to get him. But again, remember what I said before. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan don't have assurances that they're going to be here long. John especially. This could be the last year for John. And he could just accept it and leave. Or he could do something to try to impress the league and ownership and get him an extension. And it's not trading away a quarterback that could keep them employed like he did this year in Mac Jones. It's bringing on a player, trading future assets for someone now. That's what, a GM on the hot seat does, right? A GM with job security trades Mac Jones for picks and plays the long game. A GM who could be out is going to try to make a splash, particularly after he wasn't allowed to last year. It seems like John likes to make big moves. He traded up for Trey Lance. He traded up for the pick before he even knew who he wanted. Kyle too. The two of them seem like they like to make big moves. They don't trade down very much. They trade up. So, I'm sure they'd love Justin Jefferson. That's not going to happen. Maxx Crosby could happen. Justin Jefferson hasn't said that he wants out of Minnesota. Maxx Crosby wants off the Raiders. And I'm sure the Niners would have liked him last year. I wonder if it was the Niners, if it was John and Kyle not wanting to make a move at the deadline, or Jed York saying, we're not making moves like that this year. But I think at their end of season press conference, they were pretty clearly pleading with Jed, like, look, you made us get rid of 8 players. We won anyway. We exceeded your expectations. Everyone's expectations. Reward us, please. And the reward could be Maxx Crosby, I guess. I mean, Maxx Crosby and Nick Bosa on the same defensive line seems like the most expensive pairing of defensive ends. But I don't think the Niners would be opposed to it because, they want to have a very expensive, good defensive line. And what's nice about bringing in Crosby is you don't really know when Bosa's coming back or what he'll be. Probably, I think it's fairly certain he's going to miss the whole offseason, all of it, and then probably not be back for week 1. So it'd be nice to have Maxx Crosby. And since you were planning on spending $30 million a year for Ayuk and he's going to be gone and his contract will be off the books, you could just allocate that money to another defensive end and hope that, that's all you need, considering Ricky Pearsall's still here and Deebo Samuel could be coming back. So I would not be surprised to see the Niners make an aggressive move for Crosby. They might even get him. And I'm not sure it's the right thing to do because they might have to really overpay. And this might be, a desperate move by a desperate general manager trying to keep his job. So something to think about. Maxx Crosby's a little bit older. Is he really a team guy? You watch him sometimes. It seems like he can be neutralized. He can be pushed past the quarterback. He opens up scramble lanes. He's a lot like Bosa. He has a little bit better of a motor, plays more snaps, probably better against the run, but I think they're both kind of undisciplined, me first pass rushers who will give up scrambles. Um, he's a great player, though. I mean, I'm kind of nitpicking here. If the Niners could get Maxx Crosby, it would make their Super Bowl odds way better. Because the funny thing about the Niners is they have all this money tied up in offense and they have an offensive head coach, but they're a defensive team. And when they're good, it's because their defense is good. And when it's bad, it's because their defense is bad. They had a really good offense in 2024, but they didn't win. They win when their defense closes. Their offense is not a closing offense. Even this year, when they were winning games, the offense would score, and then the defense had to close it down for the last drive. And it usually could, even if it hadn't been playing well most of the year. So a guy like Maxx Crosby to add to Nick Bosa, now you have two closers on defense, and you can actually win games the way that you normally do. So we know it's John Lynch's thing to overinvest in defensive line. The guy would fit the Niners. The only thing is, do you think he want to play for the IR 49ers? Do you think he is thinking about the substation? I bet he is. He looks like the kind of guy who believes that theory. Not that I look down on people who believe that theory, because I mean, I just did a whole interview with a scientist who was extremely well informed and compelling. I'm not that well informed. I'm still gathering the information, and it seems like a very interesting hypothesis that the Niners could test. But there's people who just dismiss it offhand, and some people who are like a little too eager to accept it without some tests. And I feel like, Crosby might be one who'd be. But either way, man, I wonder if this. Let's talk about the substation. I want to talk about substation in a minute, because all the players have been talking about it at Super Bowl. But I'm gonna wait a minute before we get into the Super Bowl. I want to talk about one more thing.